Welcome back, everybody. This is My Journey 4K. We are back in IMSA in the Dallara P217. Let's get into it. We're going to start this race in P7 in our class. Strength of the field today is a 30-45. We're coming into this race with a 1491 rating. Going a bit wide out of turn 1 into the dirt, coming back on. Another car going off in front of us. We're going to gain another spot there. Another car with a similar paint job. We have the number 49 today. Looks like we might be up to 5th overall. Purple LMP2 car trying to defend on the car behind. This is a 35-minute race today. We're going to need to stop once for fuel. We'll probably not take tires. This is an A license requirement for entry. This is multi-class racing today. We have the GTP Hyper class in the first class. Second class is the LMP2, which we're in. And the third class is the GT3 class. Cars behind battling quite a bit. I think we're up to 5th now in our class. We'll have to see what that updates to when we cross the line. Looks like 5th there. Everybody's going to need to stop for fuel in this race, at least. This is a pretty high strength of field today, with over 3,000 wreckage. We're getting pressure from behind now. A little bit scary there, maybe. Going to defend against the purple car, who's defending against the car behind them. We might have had a slow exit there. Car on the outside. I can't really defend too much at the moment. We're kind of stuck out there. Oh, we're going to get hit and turned around. It'll take us some time to get back onto track. Just behind the purple LMP2 car now. The purple LMP2 car is going a little bit wide there. We're going to be right on their tail, possibly getting a run on them here. No, not going to make that move to the inside. Oh, we are on the inside of turn 1 right now. They went out into the dirt a little bit. We've locked up the brakes. We're down to 9th in our class. This car's defending quite a bit. We started the race in P7 in our class. We were up to 5th. And then we got hit on the inside, turning us around. Now down to 9th in our class. Hopefully we haven't taken too much damage. I don't see any on that side. I'm not sure we've actually taken damage right now, but we did lose a lot of time getting spun there. Still 9th in our class, looking to try and recover some of that now. I don't really see the damage though. We might be okay for now. A little more than a second gap to the car in front now. The purple LMP2 car in 8th place that spun us. Hard to see too many cars in front of them as well. We've lost a lot of time to these cars. Not seeing anybody else making any mistakes right now. It's going to be a little while before we get some of that distance back from the spin. And we've got to make our pit stop as well. Hopefully we can get a good one there to close some of that time. I could see him just a few seconds. Oh, we got up on the curb and lost control there. Now our class is nowhere to be seen. Sort of saw that coming. Getting too high up on that curb. Lost control of it. First time I don't think really was our fault, but that one was. Now we're going to feel even more pressure to run as fast a lap as we can, so we can hopefully close that gap and get some of those spots back. We're going to need some other people to make some mistakes or something as well. At some point in this race we'll be hitting lap traffic, so we'll be looking at trying to get through that cleaner than the cars in front of us. That'll allow us to close the gap a little bit. Otherwise, now this is simply a recovery race. And with the strength of the field average being over a 3,000, this is going to be a tough recovery. Can't even see the LMP2 car in front of us anymore. Looking to just get some clean laps in now. Did alright going into that corner that time. Didn't lose control, hit the curb too much or anything like that. Pit window should be opening soon. If it isn't this lap, it's the next one. Just a little over 10 minutes into the race. About 25 minutes remain. How many laps we do will depend on where the leader is when time expires. We're still ninth in our class. Looking to close the gap to the car in front. Pretty clear track in front and behind right now. Not the best exit there though. I think it's just because we're trying to push so hard to cover the gap now. We'll be more prone to mistakes. Getting a few clean laps in. Not too many mistakes there. Hopefully we've been able to close the gap a little bit. Not the best lap time though, according to the wheel. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Well, pit window should definitely be open. I don't know if we're going to take the early pit stop with how clean of a track we have in front and behind right now. There's no sight of any other cars right now. We're running clean. A 1:49.1 there. Okay lap time. We're going to be fairly consistent. Going out in the dirt a little bit there. We're going to be fairly consistent with the lack of traffic. We ought to be able to just put down lap after lap right now. I can see some traffic just ahead. On the back of the screen there was some cars you could see. LMP2s catching the GT3s now. Won't be long before we're doing the same thing. Just a little over 15 minutes in the race now, about 20 minutes remain. We'll need to take our pit stop still, but the window will still be open for several more laps. If our laps are going to be this clean, we should just stay out, I'd say. Car's looking pretty clean. Somebody else is coming out of the pits in front of us here. GT3 car. A little bit of smoke ahead as well. Well, right now, just the one GT3 car that came out of the pits in front of us. Otherwise, pretty clear track in front and behind. Running an okay lap this time. Still 9th in our class. Looking to try and close that gap up. Not going to pull into the pits this time. Running a low 150 that lap. A little bit slower, but we did have the GT3 car coming out in front of us. That will have slowed us down a few tenths at least. Starting to see quite a bit more traffic in front of us now. Some GT3 cars. Won't be long before we're catching them. Looks like a Ferrari GT3 just ahead. In front of them, a BMW GT3. We might actually be able to see some of the LMP2 cars now. I saw something that definitely wasn't GT3 in front there. We just have a few of these cars to get by. We'll certainly get by that Ferrari pretty easily on this long straight here. Looks like possibly a hypercar behind starting to catch. BMW GT3 just in front now. We're going to get to the inside. Not pulling into the pits yet. 149.377 that lap. Another couple GT3s just in front. Looks like a Lamborghini and a Porsche. We're up to 8th in our class now. One of the other LMP2 cars must have made their stop. Did not really see them. Catching both these cars quickly. We're going to try and get to the inside. Side by side through those corners. We're going to finally get ahead of the Porsche GT3, being pressured heavily from that Lamborghini behind them. Just about 20 minutes into the race, about 15 minutes remain. We still have to take our pit stop. Up to 8th in our class. Getting a little squirrely there, it looks like. Catching a Mercedes-Benz GT3. It looks like the car behind lost control. Hit the wall back there. Thankfully, we were well ahead of that. Catching another Ferrari GT3 ahead. You can see some hypercars pulling in behind us. A lot of GT3 traffic now. That Ferrari in front of us went a bit wide in the dirt. We got back on track safely. We're gonna get by on the inside here. Should be just fine into the braking zone. Eighth in our class now. Started the race in 7th. We did get up to 5th for a little while. And then somebody got into the back end of us and spun us around. Thought we might have taken a little bit of damage there, but it doesn't look like we have. Running okay lap times, it seems. Catching another GT3, Porsche, and a BMW in front. You can see the yellow lights are on for low fuel. Our pit window is coming to a close. It'll be the end of this lap or the next one, and we won't have enough fuel to keep going. So we'll need to make our stop soon. Cadillac hypercar not too far behind there. That yellow Cadillac took their pit stop now. We're going to stay out for one more. We might be pushing it for fuel here. And go around this Porsche GT3. Not going to get back to the racing line before the corner though. Catching another Porsche just ahead. We ought to be able to get by soon here. And another car in front there, the Ferrari, looks a lot like the other one that hit the wall not long ago. I don't think it's the same one though. Unless if they took their pit stop. Oh, they lost control as well. The Porsche got into him, it looks like. 3 more Porsches in front of us, 2 more Porsches behind. Quite a popular car for this. Lots of traffic right now. Probably wishing I had taken my pit stop. We're going to have to wait to get by till after this corner. We'll take it tight to the inside though and be past them rather quickly. See if we can't get to the outside, which is to the inside of these upcoming corners. We did get by cleanly. Doing a pretty good job getting through the traffic, I think. Still 8th in our class, catching another Porsche GT3 in front. Everybody really pushed it as long as they could, or we're so far behind that they can take their pit stop and still be in front of us. We're going to need to take our pit stop now, though. GT3 car coming in behind us, too. We have an LMP2 car in the pits in front of us. The one with the similar paint scheme, they went down off the jacks. We're going to be just behind as we're coming out, getting our fuel. See a hypercar there with no front end. Some hypercars passing us as we're in the pits. Now remember, we're the number 49. That 48 car is in our class. That should be for position. We got a decent pit stop, enough to get back up there. Just somebody. Hypercars catching and passing on the inside. Yellow Cadillacs left and right here. We did exit a little bit behind, but we're up on the tail of the car in front. Closing in on the LMP2. Really close there. Hypercars in the way, sort of. Catching some GT3 cars as well. BMW just in front. They're going to make that move to the inside. Less than a second gap to the car in front of us now. As we made our stop in 8th place in our class. I'm not sure what position this is actually for right now. Everybody should have made their stop there. They're trying to lose us in the draft. We're going to get back into it. Stay right on their tail. We do sort of have a run on them here. Going to make that move to the inside. We did make that move and we got it to stick. We are now in front. 8th in our class. It was a pretty good move. We got in their draft. They took defensive line. We went back to the racing line and then came back to the inside on them. Catching a BMW GT3 now. We're going to get just in front of them before the braking zone. Sitting right behind a Lamborghini. Car behind in 9th back there with the same paint scheme. Falling even further back with the traffic right now. Seeing some yellow Cadillacs in the hypercar class catching as well. So we're going to have to figure out how to get by the GT3s as well as let these hypercars pass without losing too much time or getting hit. Oh no, we lost control, hit the curb. Taking it slow, getting it back on track. We're in the dirt right now. Well, we've lost that position that we just recently won. Looks like we're probably back down to 9th in our class. Whole lot of traffic behind right now. A lot of GT3 cars and a lot of hypercars. A lot of them with very similar paint schemes as well. Oh no! We lost control and slid right into the wall hard. That is going to cause issues for us there, going a little bit wide out of turn 1 now. We've taken quite a bit of damage, but we did hit the wall on the side of our car, which might save us somewhat. Got a blue hypercar Porsche behind us, catching quickly. We're going to want to make sure to stay out of the way. Took quite a bit of damage. We're trying to get a feel for it now, I think. Porsche GT3s behind, lined up, nose to tail. 4 of them in a row there, pretty much. Just over 30 minutes into the race, about 5 minutes remain. Car is faster than the GT3s, but we've taken a good amount of damage and need to be careful so that doesn't happen again. Barely hanging on and keeping it on track there, touching the dirt a little bit. Our car probably does not feel the same at all. Have to make sure to stay careful coming out here. That's where we hit the wall last time. We did alright there. Starting to catch some more GT3 cars in front of us. Not a great time to lose control right when I started to make some positions back. We did, and we slid right into the wall, taking some damage. Thankfully, just a few minutes remain in the race, or we may have to consider having to take our stop. I'm glad there isn't enough damage to force us in. Really struggling this race. Couple GT3 cars just ahead. They're battling nose to tail for third in their class. We don't really want to interrupt anything. Looks like that got really close. But nothing happened there. Gonna go a bit extra wide around the Lamborghini. Struggling to get that some of that grip back, it looks like. 9th in our class. We started the race in 7th. Just a few minutes remain. We've lost sight of the car in front now. Catching some more GT3s just ahead. Mercedes-Benz GT3 just in front of us now. Flashing our lights, trying to get by. Looks like they're second in their class. Certainly don't want any problems from them. They don't want any problems from us, I'm sure. Our car is pretty damaged on that one side. Looks like we finally managed to get used to how the car is acting and reacting to everything. Running decently, getting through the traffic at least. It doesn't seem like any of the other LMP2 cars have made any mistakes. The car that we got in front of might have taken on tires, which is why they were slow that lap. If they had the pace, they would have most likely caught and passed us again. So we would have had a lot fresher tires, although it sort of doesn't matter sometimes. Depends how your tires are treated throughout the race. Ours have really been beaten on a few times. Couple big skids, one to the wall pretty hard. Time will be expiring soon. I think this upcoming lap will be the last one. Still 9th in our class. Running as fast as we can still. Taking all those bouncing curves there. You can see the white flag being waved now. One lap to go. sight of anybody else right now. Looks like a GT3 car in front of us. Traffic is cleared a good amount. I don't see any hypercars behind us. Just see the one GT3 in front of us at the moment. Would like to be seeing those LMP2 cars in front of us, but we made a big mistake. Hit the wall hard. Getting a little bit sideways there, hitting the grass just slightly. None of that really penalizing. So trying to go as fast as we can, even though our car is damaged. We want to finish this race. Hopefully somebody else had crashed. Give us an opportunity to get that spot back. Alright, coming out of the final corners. The race is over. We started this race P7 in our class. We finished 9th. We went from a 1491. We lost 43 points. We're down to a 1448. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.